In my last video, I was mainly talking about housing and the future of housing and the kind of changes that are going to be happening in the future with that. That's as we work on changes, becoming more free, having our liberties again. I have my own personal opinions of what that's going to look like and my efforts in doing that, making that happen. And also my friend is doing the same thing. And we've been working on this for a long time in our own respective lives, but also together. You can see behind me there's quite a bit of material basically for learning. And this is kind of a glimpse of a homeschooling type of concept, but there's a lot more to it. And this is on a small scale, so just keep that in mind. So here's a little stage, and my friend puts a piano up here or whatever else, instruments, and then we have like a little place for an audience. So you could do stand-up comedy, whatever talents you've got. And then as I walk around, you'll notice a lot of different things with plants, and a lot of them are labeled. Even inside the house there are some plants that are labeled. So it just stimulates the interests and learning. And so as you see, there's quite a bit of imagination going on here that stimulates a lot of ideas in kids, mainly in the concept of play that motivates. And here is a little schematic of one of the students. He's going to create a tree house out of this tree in front of me, and as he does that, it naturally has some other lessons that you would have to learn in school. Mainly you'd have to learn how to use tools, you'd have to learn how to gather resources and talk to people. And right now he's, I think he's about 12 years old, and he's trying to figure out how to get more wood and design, have design ideas for whatever resources he collects. So explain what you're doing there.
Well, so I'm getting this wood. I'm trying to bring it all the fences down with a screwdriver, and then basically that's my design. I make like a ladder, put it like right there.
So did you draw this? This is your tree house you want to make?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's awesome. So you show me where you want to build it.
I'm thinking of building it right here and putting like wood pieces right here, so it can be folded a lot more, and like more pieces right here, and maybe putting a ladder here.
So what are you doing right now? You're locating some wood and some materials. Yeah. So for us,
what like mini market out of that.
What were you learning earlier today?
I was learning about rockets and something like that.
Rockets and space and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Saw some launch rocks.
Just like your sweater has space.
Oh, Elegance Superboy Pisces, whatever that says. So great wall. One gigantic plus distance to the Hubble Deep Void. Oh my gosh! The observable universe. That's the last one. That's
And so in a sense, this is kind of like a bringing back the Garden of Eden. There's a lot of fruits and fruit trees and grapevines and all sorts of things. And what this does is not only creates this environment for just pleasing to the eye and the taste and the experience, but also stimulate interest in learning what's going on. Yesterday, or about a week ago, they were out digging and planting trees. As my friend was showing them, he was given this, he was instructing on what was happening there, with how to keep the tree watered, and also fed, nourished. And there they are in the background. I guess they're just wrestling around or something. So then we're also planting over here. So there's a lot of education just in hands-on stuff.
Do you know I planted this right here?
Yeah, I was just telling the video about that. So what did you learn about that?
So, I forgot what it was called, but lilac bush. Yeah, it's a lilac bush. And so what I learned about it is, so you have to dig really deep for this one. It's actually really true. You have to dig insanely deep for this one.
Why is that?
It's because its root is big, and it came in like a box. No, not a box. It came in a.
So you have to make sure
pot,
those roots are.
It came in a pot.
Deep.
It came like in a pot, and we had to put it out, but we had to make, like, as you can see, these weeds are like circled all around it, and that's where I digged. I dig real deep, like probably like 2 feet deep.
So Benji was telling you how to, learning all about how to do that and everything?
Yeah, and then you have to water it every day. I mean, probably like 2 times every day, like 12 hours, like one 12-hour you have to water it, and then another 12-hour you have to water it.
Yeah, cool.
Like that.
So how are you liking Benji's school so far?
It's so good. I like it more than every school.
More than the other school?
Yeah, more than every school.
Yeah, me too.
You have to throw about like a few inches down so it doesn't spill. That's what he told me. And then it has to be a lot of water because how big the tree is right now.
Yeah.
So if you want it to grow, you have to like go all around it. Make sure the roots down there can also grow.
Good. So that was just a little example of learning that's going on. It's natural, hands-on. You see other examples of people that are doing homeschool on a property on a farm or just outdoors, and when they learn hands-on like this, they learn a lot faster, especially if it's motivated by their own interests.
So do you want to tell them what you've decided you're going to learn?
Oh man, I'm gonna learn.
Well, we could have just looked right there. He died at age, how old was he?
1843.
So he was in his 30s. So if he would have lived a full life, like 100 years old, when would he have died?
19.
Exactly what I told you. So I had the time, the era as far as his age, but died a lot earlier.
So can you tell us what you're doing right now, John?
I'm just looking at this piano video.
Just searching for different songs you want to learn? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Could you play something for us later? Keep going.
Almost.
So essentially this is just an environment that sparks those different interests, and then they are attracted to whatever they want to do, and then once you observe them attracted to certain things, you'll automatically know what they're interested in, and then you just kind of help that along instead of trying to, you know, put them in a box and, you know, force them into some learning that they are not really interested in the moment or whatever. But this is kind of puts them in a spirit of play, but they're learning at the same time. So it's we're learning as we go, but I feel like this is a piece of what the future looks like. And if they're learning faster and if they're learning all the same things, I mean, once Noah starts building his treehouse, he's going to have to learn math and, you know, cutting angles right, and structural strength. He'll have to be a structural engineer as he does it if it's going to be a treehouse. So, and then as you learn space stuff, like we were doing, if you really start going in that direction, you have to start learning a bunch of math, but it's and other sciences, but it's motivated by a true motivation, and you don't have to force them to do anything. Like the footage that you saw with the boy in the with Johnny is his name, when he was talking to Benji there, you saw that he was naturally interested in the piano, and when he's practicing, he practices for a little bit and he goes out and plays on something else and then goes back and plays. And there's not one time that Benji forced him to play. It was just the natural way of teaching. And Benji has he could explain a lot better what I'm trying to talk about, but I've been helping him and assisting him accomplishing this in whatever I can, in whatever way I can, so that this could happen. This has been, actually, it looks like a simple thing, but this has been years in the making in creating this environment and practicing. We've actually been practicing doing this for years, especially the last 10 years, and especially with the stage that you saw over there, with different ways of having that natural motivation, developing talents, and getting people interested, or fostering what people are interested in and exploring new interests. It's just a process. You have to trust it. Now you know what I'm envisioning for the future of what I want to do. I'm going to do my own little version of it with some slightly different things, like limitless energy, and there's going to be lights all around. Don't need solar or wind. That's what I like to focus on, and I'll share that with Benji, and he'll implement some of that around here. Right now I'm working on housing and building tiny houses. I'm going to do that on a even bigger scale, eventually help other people do the same thing. And my main goal is to have just, the concept is pulling somebody off the street, helping them foster their and explore their own soul and interests, and eventually helping them find their own footing, which is housing and faith and other things that they need in their lives. Therapy if they need it, socializing, overcoming fears, overcoming things that they believe about themselves that are not right, and just helping correct a lot of those things in themselves, and eventually get to a nice, thriving place in their life to reach their full potential. That is the overall vision of this, and my channel is going to be transitioning and developing in that direction. It's just right now I'm just focusing in on the housing situation. So here we go. Liberty is ahead. Look forward to a bright future.